What's going on, guys? It's Jay and Joker Sneaker Principal, and I am, of course, in my second studio. This is probably going to be my primary studio. This is my Tesla Model Y Premium. I am actually heading towards an appointment that I have. So I figured, while I'm sitting here in the car, it driving me, I might as well record a video. So one of the things I want to do in this space is not just be about just talking to you randomly about what's happening in with my car, but really engaging in teaching you what I'm learning about this car, and how it's changing the way I see things. So one of the things I will tell you right now, my overall emotional fortitude is so much better now. I gotta tell you, just me being able to drive in a car that's driving me. Actually, let me change that. Because I'm not driving. I'm actually supervising the drive that is happening by the car itself in its full self-driving mode. So how is it impacting my overall emotional state? I think I said this before, driving is super stressful, especially when you're in New York City. This is probably not the best view. I plan to add another camera back here so you can see what it looks like as I'm driving, right? But the thing is this, there's so much happening around me. Even right now, as you can see, I'm sitting here, I'm paying attention. I'm watching for cars who are trying to force their way past these double parked streets. Literally, on both sides, everyone is double parked. Oh wow, there goes a Cybertruck. And then the funny thing about Cybertrucks, I gotta tell you, I still don't understand how Cybertrucks are a thing in New York City. Like, how do you have a Cybertruck? Because when you park, you're literally taking feet into beyond how other people are driving, but that's a whole nother story. But the thing about my emotional state, like, again, I would say driving New York City, there's a lot of things happening around you. It's super stressful. You get to a light, you're sitting there, and the first thing you hear is, as literally before the light changes, or as soon as it changes, somebody's honking, and somebody is like trying to force you to move. The civility of just having the courtesy of driving. And I remember when I was learn how to drive in California, they talked about just being civil and being able to say, hey, you go first, you have the right of way. Here, everybody wants the right of way. Everyone's always trying to push you. So with that being said, as you're driving, you're technically trying to make sure that you're making the right moves so you don't get into a car accident. You're trying to avoid other people. All these things are happening. And again, the emotional toll it puts on you, because you're trying your best to not hurt anyone, not hurt yourself, not create any kind of any kind of, anything that would cause you any harm. Like right now, my car just hit the brakes because someone ahead of me decided to run someone just literally decided to cross the street in the middle of the street, and I see it. But the car saw before me and literally hit the brakes. And I'm like, this is amazing, because for me, if this was my blind spot, it would have really caused me a lot of emotional angst, because I'd be like, oh shit, I'm gonna hit this dude, or no. My thing is, I'm trusting that the technology in this car is catching everything. Is it perfect? I don't know. And I'll say no, nothing's perfect, but it's doing things that humanly impossible for me. The reaction time is incredible. But again, with that all being said, as I'm sitting here, my anxiety level is low, because what I'm doing now is just scanning to catch the things that I'm going to have to react to. But the thing is this, I'm not reacting to everything. When I'm hands on the steering wheel, controlling the car, literally, I am reacting to everything. The feel of the steering wheel, the turn, my signaling, everything, what's behind me. I'm reacting to everything. Here, I'm just being observant. Like right now, this guy right in front of me, he's in his what do you call it, mobile scooter, and He is literally, like, it's like one of those moving wheelchairs. He's moving slowly, but again, the car says, okay, I know what that is. I'm gonna get around him. As I'm across the intersection, this guy decides to run across the intersection. The car slowed down. I'm assuming timing how fast it's running to make sure he gets across. So he didn't have to slam on the brakes. He just slowed down, knowing that by the time he crossed the plane, the car could keep going. There's a lot of math and science happening here. And I'm literally telling you these things in real time as the car is moving through the South Bronx, trying to get to the Bruckner. Again, this is the technology that we're in right now. And it's funny because earlier I was talking to a friend of mine. I was saying, like, you know, we got to change the way we teach kids. You know, we're not teaching them just in gallons per mile. Now we're teaching them kilowatts per hour. Kilowatts. You know, how many kilowatts per hour can you charge your car, and how much of that charge is going to be expended in your travel from day to day, from point A to point B. This is the way the world is changing now. And not only that too is the fact I could push a button and talk to Grok, the AI feature for Tesla connected to X, from Twitter. Like, I can ask it to do certain things and to say, hey, set up this trip that I need to go from point A to point B, but, you know, on the way there, I have to stop in these different places. And the fact that it can map it out for me. If I'm doing a long distance trip, the fact that I can say, I'm going from here to, I don't know, Buffalo, New York, but I want to get to Buffalo, New York with 60% charge in the car by the time I get there, which means now it has to calculate for which charging locations I need to stop at for how many minutes to get enough charge to allow for me to get there, to get to my location with enough charge to do what I need to do while I'm there. So I'm not getting there with minimal 20%, but 60%. It's a shift in the way we think. It's a shift in the way we react to in these spaces. And I gotta tell you, it's amazing. Like, literally, it is amazing. And it is. So I just want to share that with you quickly. And I'll be coming back to you soon, hopefully with more detailed accounts of how I use the technology. I promise I'm going to put a camera back here so I can show you how I use the UI, the user interface, and how I even have my situation here set up. Real quick, this car does not have a heads-up display, and then, you know, a heads-up display is where you can be able to see right in front of you all your gauges, you know, your speed and all those different things. And all I need is how fast I'm going, and even having a secondary what do you call it, navigation, just in case. I'll tell you, I'm a Apple Maps, you know, so Apple Play and Waze person. So I like using the interface what I'm used to. Even though the interface for navigation on the Tesla is amazing, but again, I like to have that backup. So I have things set up in a way where it's customized for me, and it's perfect. I want to share all that stuff with you, and I look forward to talking to you all some more. Again, it's Uche and Joku, Sneaker Principal. And this is Charging with the Sneaker Principal, a series around technology, EV, AI, and all the things that's changing the world we're in and changing the way that I'm connecting with it. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Be well.